Welcome back to the Youth Academy Road to Glory. We are closing in on potentially a Premier League title. We're certainly challenging at the very least. 3 points behind Arsenal, goal difference in our favour, with them left to play this season domestically. We'll also be continuing on our Europa League campaign as well. Seeing off Nice in the last episode, we're going to try and see off Villarreal today if we possibly can. We've also got Brighton, Southampton, Forest and Spurs probably in the league. So we'll start by simming Brighton and we'll just, quite frankly, take it one game at a time. Patreon player Jordan Millward in their midfield. So we'll see how he can get on at his new club. But hopefully we can have a solid episode today. If you do go on to enjoy the episode, I'd very much appreciate you dropping the like button and, of course, subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Let me say thank you to Josh and Benny for both joining the Patreon as well. Your continued support on that platform very much helps me continue to do this full time, especially with view levels on this kind of content being nowhere near where they were, say, 3 or 4 years ago. So thank you for that. Hopefully, we can celebrate the new Patreon pledges by getting 3 points in this first game of the day. Edwards delivers the ball in, but we can't yet take that 1-0 lead that we crave. He says, as we... very nearly take that 1-0 lead of the day. We spent a lot of time in this game in their box, and we have done nothing with it. No shots, despite, well, it felt like the majority of the game being played inside their box. We haven't even had more than half of the percentage of possession, but we've bossed the game, it's felt like. We just haven't had a shot yet. Neither have they. So it's not necessarily a case of next goal wins, but probably a case of even next shot wins. Out wide nicely, this is a good move. And the next shot is a goal, and it's Alex Salah. We lead by 1-0. Perfect. Salah, brilliant run. Edwards doing the same. Into the middle. Play it back, please, Patrick. Thank you. I think you were offside. You weren't! Tom Edwards makes it 2 with 18 minutes to play. Well, a 2-0 win is what we will take. In the end, we levelled out the possession. We both had 3 shots, but we were the ones that were... Arsenal lost to Wolves! We're top of the Premier League! Arsenal 0 at the Emirates. Wolverhampton Wanderers 2. Villarreal away leg to come next, but we are... we're top of the Prem. I'm sure we're top of the Prem. On goal difference, we should be top of the Prem by, like, plus 4, plus 5, even maybe more, plus 6. It's happening! It's happening! AFC Chesnoid top of the Premier League table with 8 games to go. Well then, Europa League quarter-final, leg 1. Patreon player Jordan Forbes in goal for them. We only have 3 guys that elected to be goalkeepers. They've all ended up at clubs where we've ended up playing them now. Obviously, Will Hillier is at Newcastle, or was at Newcastle. I think he still is at Newcastle. James Ambrose was at Fulham and is now at Manchester United. And Jordan has been moving around Europe, still in Europe, but we finally come up against him now with some European exploits of our own. You'll also notice Captain Eder Militao at the back for them at 89 rated, somehow at Villarreal. Very much an unexpected transfer, to say the least. But we're building well here. And if we can get a first leg lead that's as good as the win against Brighton, I'd be happy to simulate the second leg and only jump in if I need to grab a goal. At the minute, it's 0-0 after 25 minutes and, well, just like the Brighton game. Not much happened yet. Red card for Javi Parra. Great. Great. Just what we needed. Javi, thank you, mate. Oh, big save. Ruben Richardson still doing the business for us at this stage. We are, of course, signing a new goalkeeper at the beginning of the next season. We've already agreed pre-contracts terms with the Samir Handanovic regen. Sevilla beat PSG by a goal to 0, but of course the Europa League is their competition, isn't it? Right, Southampton to play. Then it will be the second leg of the Europa League. And then where are Nottingham Forest? That's what I want to know. Forest to 15th. Do I sim Forest as well? Depends if it's home or away. I also just noticed that Arsenal have lost again! We could go 3 points clear at the top of the Premier League if we can win at St Mary's. Southampton line up with Edouard Mendy in goal. Joe Gomez, Johan Vasquez, Edmund Tapsoba and Alejandro Grimaldo. Sangare and Locatelli sit holding with Luis Diaz, Nicolo Barella. Yep. And Lazaro on the left with Aidan still leading the line up top. Pellegrini, Terrier, Pedro Neto on the bench. Dangerous options for them. We're playing in our alternate kit here. The purple and yellow gets an outing. Of course, you guys are still popping your submissions in for kits for next season via the tweet that was in the last episode's description. So do continue to get those entries in, please. I'd appreciate it very much. I might pop it in the description of this episode as well. And hopefully you guys will offer us some banging kits. They might even be... Oh, God, he's trying to piggyback on the goalkeeper. There might be some banging kits for Premier League champions. 1-0 against Saints. Potentially 3 points clear at the top. Southampton solidly mid-table in this save. Thankfully, our Southampton save on the second channel is going slightly better than Southampton are doing in this save. And we'll tell you what, we could be in again. Oh, it's not the best of balls to Romero. We'll still try and squeeze the shot away. And did he ever? Brilliant stop by Edouard Mendy to deny us a second goal. That's a terrible pass, but we'll recover possession. Salihovic a bit deeper. Well, a lot deeper than you'd want your striker to be. And then his pass is intercepted anyway. Oh, no you don't, Aiden. Francisco da Costa says no. Maybe so. Maybe if I can find the way through. Para. Fleming. Tuck it back. Edwards, first time shot, blocked. Second time shot, saved. Okay, no second goal. I'm going to look to upgrade in the winger spot next year, but I am finding it hard to decide at the minute between whether I change Fleming or I change Salah. Because at the minute, they both offer me about the same end product. So it's going to be a tough decision, actually. I don't know which of the two you guys feel like you have more of an affiliation with, more of a liking of, Alex Salah or Alex Fleming. I'd be intrigued to know your feedback on that, actually, because it may well directly influence what happens in the summer transfer window. But at the minute, what's happening right now is that we're winning against the Saints. There's the runner, Romero. Oh, go on, lad. Left back's in. Edwards in. And surely two from here on his weaker side, but that weaker side is still 5-star. We extend our advantage in the early stages of the second half. We took an early 1-0 lead. We've taken an early 2-0 lead. We are having a whale of a time here in the RTG right now. We're storming to potentially a Premier League title. Little back heel to Salah, and then Edwards has gone. Selahovic is the man in the middle, just delaying slightly, but the defence is getting back. They're not back quick enough. Hello! 3! I was gutted when Salinas was injured, but this guy has certainly filled the void, hasn't he? Martin. He's Javi Para. Felipe's running. Go on, young lad. Oh, I didn't quite get the turn right. Oh, that's not gone well for you, has it? Enrico Bianchi makes it 4. Oh, I thought we could have intercepted that. Our goal difference was already strong compared to Arsenal's already +6 prior to this particular match day. They've lost, so even if we drew, it would be more than 6. But to win by 4, we are in such a strong position now for the league title. And actually, because Arsenal have lost again, if we continue to win every game remaining this season that isn't the one against Arsenal, we could afford to lose to Arsenal on the penultimate day of the season and still win the league on goal difference. It's the strongest position we've been in a long time, I think, with regards to a Premier League title, since the Glory Hunter at Manchester City. With Southampton on the second channel, we've not come close to winning the Premier League yet. And on FIFA 22, in all of the saves that we did, we didn't win the Premier League title at all. We are edging ever closer here, and that is one large step towards it as well, to continue our progress towards hopefully a Premier League win, which would leave us just cup competitions to focus on for next year. Newcastle 2, Brighton 1, and Villarreal up next. Villarreal haven't really bought that many fans, either that or we just haven't given them that large an allocation for their away travelling support. Tiny amount of fans in the corner of that stand. Only the European pre-game cutscenes take bloody forever, so I'll just show you their lineup here instead. Still Ekatike and DeLuca up top, Velasco, McKennie, Nico Gonzalez and Ritsu Duan, Zinchenko, Militao, Bamba and Stanisic with Jordan in goal at 91 rated. 0-0 in the first leg. Bianchi at 82 steps in for Javi Parra, who's now obviously suspended, who himself was stepping in for Milo Baumann, who's injured. So we're having some fun with our rotation of the squad. You see Da Costa's up to 82 rated this year. That means next season he will almost certainly be 86 by the end of it. He may even be 83 by the end of this year. Salahovic up to 84 as well, and it's not going to be long before Edwards is into the 90s. This is going to be intriguing. The first time we've actually forcibly needed to play a second leg because the first leg wasn't offering us a comfortable advantage. But I was just about to say we might have a comfortable advantage after not too long. But unfortunately, Jordan appears like he does actually want to keep 2 clean sheets, frustratingly. Can we win this with Patrick Guy? No. Can Salah knock that down to a teammate? Yes. And Enrico draws the save out the keeper once more. It's me versus the mullet. In this particular fixture, Fleming delivers. Francisco underneath it perhaps. Yes, but wide. Okay, I thought that was a foul personally. I was just waiting for the whistle to go. Hence the lack of commentating on it. Enrico to Edwards. We're in again. And see the runner arriving here is Alex Fleming. Yeah, Jordan's pretty good. Jordan's pretty good. Into the middle. And up we go. And up we go. Alex Fleming going for a worldie. And getting it. Wow! That's a European thunderbolt. We have ourselves a 1-0 lead in the Europa League quarterfinals. And Alex Fleming has not scored a better goal in an AFC Chesnoid shirt than that before. Well worth a replay, thank you very much. First touch, and from the edge of the box, well, we struggled for so long to score finesse shots, or any shots from outside the box, but that is a beauty! Let's go! 1-0. Sorry, Jordan, you ain't keeping that one out. Oh, that was terrible, wasn't it, Roman? Absolutely woeful. Nice tackle by Enrico, though. Eder Militao makes a fool of him, lets him slide in, and quite frankly just walks around him. Villarreal really do genuinely have quite a bit of talent in this side. And they need to start showing it if they're to get themselves to the next round. Hopefully they don't. So far, so good. There's plenty time left in this game for things to turn. They could turn further away from Villarreal. But they won't, because Tom Edwards has poorly missed the target. Corner for Villarreal. Ritsu Duan to take. And delivered well. And up nicely. Win that, please. Oh, brilliant. As is the save. Ruben Richardson outperforming his overall rating once more. Some brilliant reaction saves. Not even his overall rating. His individual stats aren't that impressive, genuinely. But he makes some absolutely outrageous reaction saves that he's no right to make whatsoever. And if he can be that good at 82 and with some of the ratings in the late 70s, I'm particularly excited about how good our new Slovenian goalkeeper might well be next year. Nice interception by Benjak. Still the ball falls free. And actually Ekatike is in a great bit of space. Ruben. Wow. The leap was absolutely brilliant. Full flight to get across to that. Still they come forward. Ekatike. I didn't quite see how that even came about. That was like save and defender in the way there. How we haven't conceded a goal in this game so far, Villarreal will never know. Keeper saves it, and then, yeah, Francisco stuck out a toe. We, at this rate, surely will at some point end up conceding a goal just from the sheer power of the averages that Villarreal keep pumping the ball towards our box with. Ramon Navarrete in behind. There is the man in the middle. It is Edwards, though, and the pass is wank. All right, 1-0 to us at half-time. Sorry, Villarreal. Lo siento. At some point, you will score, I'm sure. Hugo Ekitike in behind. Oh, and Benjak can't get to him. And Hugo's punished us for some poor defending, and Villarreal are back in it. No away goal rule, of course, so that doesn't mean that as it stands we're going out. Extra time is on the way if nobody else manages to score a goal. Ben went for it, just didn't get near it. Hugo Ekitike too quick. 1-1 here at Patreon Park. Zinchenko into Hugo Ekitike. Little lift, flicked on. Go on, Salahovic, before you're offside. Running behind. Stretch those legs against Bamba. He looks almost Erling Haaland-esque sprinting away there. Can't get the shot away, though, before Bamba gets back to me. I think that was Bamba then going off for them as they make a change at the back. Indeed, it was. And they put on Matazzo in his place. I think Matazzo was the one that started the first leg. Couldn't quite get up there with Francisco. Fall for Benjak. He's not going to score from there. Enrico Bianchi could on his left, but couldn't work it. Space-wise to get the shot away, and now De Luca's looking to break away. This has been tough against Villarreal. The first proper test we've had in the Europa League since we dropped to this level. Of course, Borussia Dortmund and AC Milan, certainly the biggest tests we've faced in European competition as a whole. But right now, I wouldn't be able to call which way this game is going to go. And I'd genuinely be very concerned that Villarreal are going to knock me out here. We're going to have to go again for another 30 minutes if we're to make ourselves through here. And I want to avoid another penalty shooter. Otherwise, it'll be bloody Stockport all over again. Uh-oh. Woo! Thank you, Ruben. Appreciate you. Corner for Villarreal. Shashua to take it for them. He's the man that came on for Ritsu Duan as extra time commenced. That could have rebounded off anyone and found its way past Ruben Richardson. Thankfully, it didn't. Enrico Bianchi. The way Villarreal just block up anywhere you could possibly go with the ball most of the time. A big switch out here to Romero. Fleming is in a good spot. He's just darted in front of the man, actually, which opens up the passing avenue, which we haven't been able to find too often in this game so far. Romero into the middle. Underneath this! Oh, what a goal it would have been for Enrico Bianchi. Absolutely brilliant attempt. But unfortunately, even though he's bending towards goal, just not quite enough. If that flies in, it's good enough to win us the cup, let alone just get us the semi-final spot. Oh, not the best of first touches, but he somehow managed to wriggle his way free. And here comes a run from Tom Edwards. And Fleming, who spun well. No! Penalty shootout it is! Thought Romero was arriving as the man over to finish the game off. No. Pens. Jordan Forbes versus Ruben Richardson. Ourselves versus Villarreal. 1-1 after 2 legs, and it's penalties to decide who will go through to the semi-final of the Europa League. We've buried our first. De Luca for them. Smashed straight down the middle. Excellent penalty. Patrick Guy. Go top left with him. See, this is where I struggle with pens and why I went out against Stockport. I was aiming that towards the top left-hand corner, and it's just gone nowhere near it. And I think, to be fair, on that occasion I got lucky, because if it had gone to... See, again! I'm aiming that like where the cameraman is. I don't like penalties on FIFA 23. I do not like this system. It's so difficult to aim them. I'm going out. I'm going out. Nico Gonzalez. Saved. We survive for now. Lasse Schultz. Right down the middle. Dive out of the way. I need to save it. It's Eder Militao. I'm out. Out of the FA Cup on penalties. Out of the Europa League on penalties. I lost against Stockport because of the fact that I moved the stick. Like, you just don't move it all the way, but you move it nearly all the way because you're worried about it going too far outside the post and it still hits it down the middle. It cost me against Stockport. It's cost me here. Dear EA, please for FC24, change the penalties, because I hate them with a passion. We're out of the Europa League. Oh, we're out of the FA Cup. We're out of the Carabao Cup. Now, sole focus is on the Premier League. We have a strong footing for that competition. Fucking hell. But we really, really, really need to get the job done if we can. Otherwise, it'll be a really frustrating season. Forest, then Tottenham, Fulham and Man United, Leeds, Arsenal and Villa. We'll play Forest and then we'll have 2 episodes left. Fuck it! All right, bring it on, Forest. Our local derby, of course, to end the day. Nottingham Forest line up with Marcin, Boca in goal still, Vanderson, Taylor, Harwood, Bellis, Gilletta, Sarr and Purvis Estupinian. Hayder holding, AJ and Lewis O'Brien in the midfield, Brahim Diaz at cam, David Datro Fofana up top alongside Konate. Decent team for Forest, although not performing that well in the league. Down in like 15th or 16th place. I've not, in my recording session today with Southampton and now the RTG, I've not had much luck in any regard, to be completely honest. So I'd very much like to win this and hope that Arsenal drop more points and I can at least take a giant step towards the Premier League title, because I'm pretty pissed about going out of the Europa League on penalties the way that we did. Javi Parra back for this one after suspension in the last game. Oh, Fleming's having a worldie of a game. Well, oh, worldie of a Dave, and Patrick Guy can't help him get an assist, hitting the base of the post and it doesn't go in. Romero. Beautiful from Edwards. Romero again. Little Dink arriving is Patrick Guy, who again just misses scoring the goal. Glanced on really well, but just the spin on it takes it around the post. Lift it. Go on, Tommy. Volley. Okay. Salahovic. Patrick Guy. Out wide to Salah. Scuffed pass. Oh, Boca does well to get down to it. Probably expected Edwards to look high for the top corner. Went down low. Can Patrick Guy get a goal today? He's trying absolutely everything so far. Javi Parra. Can he get a goal? Well, he struck it well enough, but it's nowhere near the target. Through to Vanderson. Cut back nicely. And again. Oh, that's wild from AJ. It's well over the top of the bar. It is not even close to anything that could be described as a good finish. That is a shank. Fleming just had to wait there a little bit. I've switched off. Look at the space in the middle. I really want to get Patrick Guy a goal or an assist today because he's worked so hard. And he'll have an assist at least. Salahovic buries it. Brilliant. Clinical counter-attack. We take the advantage in the local derby to hopefully go further clear at the top. Try and get this out wide and quickly to Salahovic. And through. It's Alex Salah. It was an awkward first touch, but it didn't stop him from burying it. We have ourselves a second, and we'll extend our advantage in the game as we hope to extend our advantage in the league. He wanted to just take it in his stride and keep going. He was stopped and turned and then spun to then shoot. I need to see it again, really. Really odd decision from Alex Salah to take the touch in the way that he did. Salahovic plays him in, and then he's like, I'm going to stop on it and turn away from goal and then swivel back to shoot. Wevs, it worked. We lead by 2. Free kick for handball. Francisco was begging for it, so we gave it to him. Patrick Guy's begging for it as well. He's had a great game, Patrick Guy. One of the best of his AFC Chesnoid career. He got an assist. Now he gets the assist of the assist. And the left foot of Salahovic is pretty damn good. I think that might be 6 goals in 6 games for Salahovic now. He's absolutely settled more than we could possibly imagine. He's come into the club, and it's like he's just always been a part of the team. You really can't ask for more. 6 goals in 6 games for him after stepping in for Salinas with his injury. And I think if Salahovic had a full season, he may even score more than Nacho. That's as good as he's been. And how much of an improvement he's made in a number of areas. We were getting a little bit frustrated with Nacho, actually, with the amount of chances he was missing at times. And, well, Salahovic doesn't miss. Banger number 2 of the day. Goal number 4 of this fixture. And Salahovic is at it again. That was a bit good, really, wasn't it? 4-0. It's Fofana. They got the man over, but thankfully we've been able to get defenders back. Not that they've been able to actually stop Fofana. But he can't do anything with it. It's a really tame effort. Forrest had done that a couple of times. Had the opportunity to get a shot away and either scuffed it or just not taken it accurately enough and fired it straight at the goalkeeper. We have ourselves a 4-0 scoreline here. Salahovic is being dubbed in the live chat as potentially the Erling Haaland of AFC Chesnoid. And with a hat-trick in that game, I wonder whether you guys might agree. 5 total attempts on goal, 3 of which went in. And in the end, that was relatively straightforward in the rivalry to get us the game quite readily in our favour. Oh, I thought for a minute they had drawn 0-0. It's in the first minutes, Palace and Arsenal. But as we get back now, we'll see what the scoreline was. Arsenal did indeed win at Selhurst Park by 2-1. So the gap remains 3 points at the top of the table. We don't have Arsenal to play in the next episode. It's the other half of North London. Tottenham Hotspur are our first opponents of tomorrow's episode. It's Tottenham, swiftly followed by Fulham and Manchester United, then Leeds and Arsenal and Aston Villa. With Tottenham and Manchester United to play in the next episode tomorrow, I think it might well come down to that game against Arsenal and needing to get something from it, be that 1 or 3 points, to ensure that we do win the league. We might head into that game against Arsenal potentially behind them because of our difficult fixture list between now and then. I certainly hope not, but it's definitely a possibility. Do drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more of this save or what's to come after it. Come across and join me live on Twitch. There's always a link in the description to it. And you can see all of the behind the scenes as well. And all of the Southampton save and the F1 content, of which I'm going to record now. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.